Hello everyone. I'm Fozzie, or Cam, and I'm here with my co-host, as always, Will. How are you today, Will?
Doing great, Cam. Happy Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness week. I'm doing
Oh
great.
yeah,
How are you doing?
I'm great, and I feel like this should become a national holiday every week. Every week's every May 6th, I think we need to celebrate Multiverse of Madness Day, and I honestly think this should be Multiverse of Madness week. But I'll just bring it down to a day, I guess. I am so excited for this movie, and I'll be seeing it Thursday, and you'll be seeing it Saturday, and
Saturday.
this
Yeah.
is going to be awesome to talk about on the podcast. And I'll wait for you to see it before we publish a review.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so
Actually, Cam,
yeah.
I think what we should do, like, I'm sure you'll do a review on the only movie show, but our next episode, which will come out next Tuesday,
Yes.
and by then we will have both seen the movie. If not all, we should spend the like 90% majority of that podcast just talking about this
Oh, of
movie.
course. I mean, there's got to be so much to talk about. I mean, there are going to be cameos, but I actually have more to talk about there. There's going to be surprises. There's going to be twists and turns. I can't wait for this movie. But yeah, so today is a special episode because we finally have some requests. People have left some requests. Um,
Yes, they have. Thank you. Thank you.
we've been telling everyone to
Welcome
do this.
anytime.
We've been telling people
Welcome
to do
any.
this for 30, 32, 33 episodes. And people are finally listening with two comments, one from Alex and one from GZV. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but sorry about that. Um, so Alex says, "Can you guys talk about Elon Musk buying Twitter?" And of course.
I'll let. How about you start, Cam? How do you feel?
Well, I feel like that's just a crazy thing, you know. I feel like, I mean, Elon Musk, as we all know, is one of the most influential people out there right now. I mean,
I read in some article that he's actually the richest person in the world.
I believe he is. Yeah,
There
I think he's
and there
past
you go.
Bezos. He's past Bill Gates. So yeah, he's up there. He's got is it 200, 300 billion?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that's like nuts. And he's that owns or is in charge of SpaceX, runs that, which is basically, if you guys don't know, it's basically NASA, but Elon Musk is in charge of it, and he also owns, which you guys probably do know, Tesla, which is a electric car company, and they're really nice cars, and they don't use gasoline; they run on electricity, which is nice. Um, so yeah, he's definitely done some crazy things. I believe he created PayPal as well.
Oh wow,
I,
wow. How about that?
yeah, I know. I think I might have been Venmo, but I know it was one of those. Which is that surprised me. I didn't know that before. But yeah, now he's buying Twitter, and why is I mean he's always been extremely active on Twitter. He's always posting memes and stuff. But to just straight up buy Twitter for $43 billion is nuts. I feel like he will make some improvements, and I feel like he'll add more freedom of speech. He'll let people really speak their mind. He'll bring back a lot of people who've gotten banned, um, which is for the best and also might be pretty bad. But I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna allow for more freedom of speech. I think it's gonna be cooler, and I've heard he's gonna add an edit button. So
I saw that.
after you make a tweet, you can edit it and fix, or if you have like a spelling error or something else, you can edit it and just change it, which is a pretty cool feature. I feel like most social media platforms, I mean, are neat. I feel like YouTube has that done pretty well. Like if you make a community post, you can delete it or you could just edit it. I believe, um, and you can do that with YouTube videos too. And I feel like that's a really cool thing for like a social media thing to do. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean that's
it,
pretty awesome.
that's a good point. Slightly changing, but like staying on the topic of Twitter, Cam. Like, I'm just curious because I know like neither of us have Twitter accounts right now, but do you plan on having a Twitter account someday?
I feel like I don't need it right now. Twitter's not a very good community to be on, and the only reason I really use Twitter right now is just to get news updates and stuff, check Marvel updates, and
Oh
it's
yeah,
very very rare that I'll because
but yeah,
I have other sources and stuff, and I'm pretty much good with and that. And people on Twitter are just so mean, so I
that's a
prefer to
great.
stay away from it as much as possible.
That's a great point. I mean, I'll probably have an account like maybe someday, but definitely not anytime soon.
Maybe
Soon.
once our
And
podcast gets bigger and we really,
yeah,
really, really need to keep up with
yeah,
news.
yeah,
But right now, I feel like I get my news quick enough, and I
yeah,
mean, if something I really want to check out, I'll go on Twitter. But
yeah. And like, but I feel like for me, like Twitter is such a funny thing for me because like I do not have an account, and yet I am checking Twitter on a daily basis. Like I am on the Doctor Strange Twitter account daily, seeing what's been posted about Multiverse of Madness. Checking different sports broadcasters and different things. Bands, artists that I like. So I just find it kind of amusing, Cam, the fact that I am not on Twitter, and yet it's something, or I don't have a Twitter account, and yet I'm on Twitter on a daily basis looking at people who I enjoy.
yeah, but yeah, I feel like at some point we could create just a Twitter account for the Everything Podcast. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so those are our thoughts on the whole Twitter situation, which I think is still crazy. I'm still processing it.
I mean, you named like all the things that Elon Musk has, bought and things, and that just sounds like a man who likes power
Yeah,
to me.
he's a really cool guy too. He plays a lot of cool video games. I mean,
Oh,
he
cool.
seems like a cool guy. All right, so our second and final request is: can you cover the next Can you cover the Netflix situation in the next episode? And
What
yes,
do you
we
think,
will.
Kim?
So Netflix has lost, I believe, 200,000 subscribers,
Ooh,
or whatever you want to call it. Which I don't think is good for them. I mean, I've heard some people say that it might be because during the pandemic, so many people got Netflix accounts, and now that the pandemic's pretty much gone, no one's really in quarantine anymore. People don't need Netflix as much. They're not too reliant on it anymore, and they're just getting rid of it, and it's just gonna flatten out at some point and just kind of go back to normal. Um, which is possible, but I mean, Netflix is blaming it on password or account sharing, which maybe. I mean, I know I'm an account sharer. I share an account with my uncle, and I'd really. Netflix is expensive. I mean, I feel like we don't need to pay for Netflix. I mean, it's one of the coolest things about Netflix is that people share their passwords, and that taking that away is not a very good thing. And I feel like something that they could do to fix that, and it's making there's make a free option so people don't pay, but make it have ads so you still make some money from it. You won't lose people, and you'll still make money. But
yeah.
I feel like that's just the easiest thing that they could do. I mean, what about you, Will? What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I agree with everything that you said there, Cam. I mean, look, I mean, anytime that you lose that much, that's very tough. But I mean, I'll just say that Netflix is something that I continue to, watch and use and enjoy, and I know us as a family won't get rid of it anytime soon because there are, shows on there like Cobra Kai, for instance,
Yeah, and
that I love.
every so often you'll find like a Netflix exclusive show that you'll really like.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, so I mean, I agree with everything that you said. I mean, that's really tough and not good for you whenever you lose that much. But for me, I personally continue to enjoy Netflix whenever I go on it and just find many great things, great movies and great shows there.
Yeah, but there is one other big thing. I feel like HBO Max is dominating right now. It is dominating. I have it's like every movie.
Mm.
It's fantastic. I think it's better Netflix, and I feel like a lot of people are switching over to that.
Okay,
It has pretty much
that could
everything.
make sense. Yeah,
But
that
Netflix
would
has
make
all those
sense.
like Netflix originals, and sometimes they'll have like a really really good movie that you really want to watch, and you'll check HBO Max and it's not there. It's on Netflix. And that very
Right.
popular show Squid Game, is on Netflix, so people are gonna keep going back for that. So I don't think it's gonna be they're in too big of trouble because I mean they're Netflix and they have some of the biggest shows of all time, like you said, Cobra Kai, Squid Game. Um, they had the Marvel shows, but those are now on Disney Plus. But still, they have a lot of great stuff. And by the way, I just want to give a quick update. The Celtics are beating the Bucks 42-25.
That's awesome. I call that taking care of business after a game one loss that you never want to have. So I call that flat out taking care of business.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. So what do we have next? That's the last of our comments. So I'll let you
Thank you. Yeah.
choose.
Let
Well,
me just say thank you guys for those comments.
yes,
I
please.
really, I mean, again, anytime, and actually, let me issue a challenge to everybody out there. In the comments, let us know who you think some of the cameos could be that we haven't seen so far in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I would be curious to hear people's thoughts on who they think we might see.
But if you put any spoilers, we will ban you from our channel.
Yes, no spoilers. No spoilers.
If I will be super mad if you guys spoil this movie.
Yeah, now, to be fair, Cam, I am planning from about Thursday on, or from about Thursday until I'm done seeing the movie, I personally plan on completely not looking up Doctor Strange because I don't want to know anything. So I'll look, in these next couple days, but then I'm going to do about 2-3 days of doing a complete Doctor Strange shutdown, and then when I'm done seeing the movie, I'll go back on and see more.
Tomorrow I'm gonna be leaving YouTube for the day. I mean,
Good.
I feel like that's probably a good thing because it's gonna really start to roll in tomorrow. So like especially tomorrow night. I mean, things are really gonna start to roll in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So since we're on this topic, want to continue to discuss Multiverse of Madness and some of the reviews so far? I see here 79% on Rotten Tomatoes and IGN 7 out of 10, which is not what I would expect with how epic the trailers were.
what was that? Sorry, my headphones.
Oh, it's all good. No, I was just gonna say since we're on Doctor Strange right now, want to do that as our next topic.
Oh yeah, why not?
Yeah.
All right.
I see here 79% Rotten Tomatoes, 7 out of 10 on IGN, and that is not what I would expect considering how epic the trailers were. And tell me your thoughts, Cam, but I think I'm just gonna completely disagree with that and give it a 9 or 10 out of 10 stars.
Well, first of all, the IGN score, I saw that earlier today. It's not that bad. But the Rotten Tomatoes score surprised the heck out of me. I'm gonna refresh right now to see if it changed. I doubt it, but it's always good to see. Yeah,
I don't see any changes. Yeah.
Oh wow, I cannot believe it is at this, and like I told you, Will, 79 is not bad, not at all, but it is significantly lower than I thought it would be, because No Way Home was what, a 93, I believe. Yeah,
that sounds right.
All right, let's read some reviews. All right. Multiverse of Madness doubled down on the intergalactic exploits to exhausting effect. Rating 2.5 out of 4, which actually isn't an awful rating.
No, it's not. But right. I just want to call somebody out here. I see in a article, this is the New York Post. The title to this article says, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness review, one of the year's worst, with a 1 out of 4 stars.
Wow.
Really?
That's harsh.
Really?
That's really harsh.
I know I haven't seen it yet, but I will have my hat fly off my head if I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, let's see here. Let's see another one. Let me see. Unfortunately, the magic, excuse the pun, is missing, as Sam Raimi's curious misstep never has a feeling of urgency, a film that spins its wheels, leaning on prolonged, needless action sequences meant to distract us from its flimsy narrative. Now, I just honestly don't think you have whoever wrote that. Who is that who wrote this? Charles Koplinski. I honestly don't think, Charles, that you have ever watched an MCU movie. Because that just makes zero sense whatsoever. If you've watched an MCU movie, yeah, there is so many needless action scenes. That's what the MCU is. I mean, am I right, Will? And we love it for that. We love it for that.
Yes, you are 100% right, Cam. 100%.
I mean, it's crazy how they say that. You could say the airport fight in Civil War is a needless fight. You could say all of this is a needless fight, but it happens and it looks cool, and the fighting is beautifully choreographed, and the CGI is usually amazing. So I don't understand really what your problem is here, and if you really do have that big a problem, I suggest you watch more MCU movies, and then you'll just see all of them are like that, and people love that. That's why people love them so much. They're just fun action movies. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Listen, all that I'm going to say is if I see the movie and I agree with this, I will bow down and say that I shouldn't have questioned all of you reviewers out there before seeing the movie myself. But it is very rare, Cam. Tell me if you agree with this. It is very rare to have trailers and TV spots for a movie that are so epic and not have the movie come through as an epic movie.
I still can't get over how
epic movie. I mean, if I think what these people are thinking, I will bow down. But you know what? I am going to get off of this because I don't want to hear any more. I am wiping this out of my head because I am getting ready to see one of the best Marvel movies of all time.
Oh yeah, I think I'm just gonna write down at some point. I'm gonna write down a few things I predict, and just go crazy and just predict a bunch of things and see what comes true. You know. I'm just gonna read one more review. I already showed you, Will. But this one made me extremely mad. I mean, this is just ridiculous. I have no clue why the heck they are doing this.
Oh boy.
A summertime sequel that proves way too messy and geeky until it manages to double back around again into pleasurable absurdity. Yes, it's geeky. It's Marvel. It's superhero movies. It's a comic book movie. Get over yourself, Nick Shager. I apologize for not pronouncing your name wrong. All right, but right here, on our Zoom call, we have a 10-minute time.
Boy.
I don't know why this happens.
Yeah.
I have a Zoom account. I have a premium account, and I don't know why this happens.
Yeah. Why don't we do like a quick run through everything else?
Yeah, why don't we do that? All right. We did talk for a while at the beginning of the episode. But Moon Knight episode 5. My favorite episode so far.
Yeah, I'll still go episode 1 for me, but I will definitely have that as the second best episode after episode 1. They definitely did a nice job, and even though I know that this is not going to go down as my favorite Marvel show, end of episode 4 and now into episode 5, they have done a good job of getting me back to being interested in the show again. So credit to Moon Knight for that, and let's see what the finale brings tomorrow.
I know. I'm super psyched, and I feel like it's also been spoiler alert. I mean, seeing Stephen Grant die really hurt. It really hurt.
Yeah.
All right. So what else do we have? Oh yes. Also, out of 10, I'll give that episode a 9. It was fantastic. As a huge horror fan, it just blew me away. All right. So next we have the Warriors winning. How do you feel? They're playing today, right?
Yeah, they are 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Western. Just quick takes. Loved the game 1 win. I mean, anytime that you get a gritty 1-point win without having Draymond Green in the second half in a playoff game on the road, that's just great. So I loved the win, loved the fight from the Warriors, and look forward to seeing if they truly can get greedy and steal game 2 this evening. But I loved that game 1 win. And how do you feel about the Celtics?
I am so happy. I mean, right now they're winning.
That's great.
I'm just so happy they made it this far. Last game was, I mean, it was inexcusable. It was pathetic and sad. One of Jaylen Brown's worst games. I actually had a baseball game, so I couldn't even watch the whole thing, but I did watch the highlights. And it did not blow me away, and I was just a bit sad, but now that we're doing pretty good against the, well, knock on wood, doing pretty good against the Bucks right now, I think I have high hopes right now for them in the future. I mean, it was Jaylen Brown's worst game I've ever seen him play, ever, but I think we can bounce back like we always do, and I think we can win the series if we keep playing like we are in this game.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Two more things I think, Cam. Imagine Dragons
yes. All right. So I think I said it on the podcast. I'm not a huge fan of their newer stuff, but I am a fan of I'm a fan of their new song. It's called Bones. It's been out since March, I believe.
Yeah.
I just heard it, and I love it. It's a really good song, actually. The music video to it is fantastic as well. Like I said, I've never been a huge fan of their new stuff, but I really enjoyed this one, and it blew me away. It's a fantastic song.
I think it's a great
catchy
song too, and I mean the part at the end where it goes, my patience is waning, and then the loud, is this entertaining? I just love that so much.
It's fantastic. And yeah, we missed the only movie show on Thursday because I was actually seeing the movie I was supposed to cover. I was supposed to see it on Wednesday, but we had to postpone it to Thursday. So sorry about that. I was gonna make a quick short video addressing that, but I'll just talk to you guys about it here. It was a great movie, and just stay tuned until this Thursday to check it out. It should be up around, I don't know, 12. It'll be no later than 12 o'clock Eastern. And yeah, that is it for today's episode, actually. Yeah, shorter episode. I think we covered everything we need to cover, and happy Multiverse of Madness week. Well,
yes, sir.
Woo!
Let's go.
I
don't care. I mean, I know these aren't like horrible reviews, but I don't care what anybody says. I am excited. I will be there this Saturday at 10:50 a.m. to destroy everything that everybody's saying. If this is epic, get ready. I will be coming down. I will see you next Tuesday, everybody. I am ready. Let's go.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Sorry it was a bit shorter than usual, but we'll have an only movie show for you later, and a special Multiverse of Madness video. See you next episode, and have a great day. Bye-bye.